Let's face it, you were born to love somebody. And when love is ripe in a relationship, you can tell by the stars in your eyes. And soon enough, you get to that place where you want to seal that gem of emotions with the sacrament of marriage. Hello again. Welcome to Missing Links. I'm your host, Dr. Ken McCarty Bird, and I'm glad you can join me. For today's topic, I want to discuss, are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? Although the concept of love is simply defined as an intense feeling of deep affection, and speaking of it in terms of its triunity as friendship, erotism, and spirituality. In these three aspects, love as a purpose in friendship, love as a purpose in lovemaking, and love has a purpose in spiritual elevation. As such, love is optimal only to the extent you engage all three as a trifactor in the relationship. Eric Brown, in an article on highexistence.com, makes a solid point about this, and I quote, "We deeply understand that there are different kinds of love, that it manifests itself in different ways, yet we only describe it with one overarching umbrella term," unquote. And that term is love, the word love. The Greeks were also profoundly aware of this. The philosopher Aristotle was one of the pioneers who expanded the concept of love as a multifaceted entity, and so he assigned the term philia for friendship love, eros for erotic love, and agape for spiritual love. Since love is fully embodied in all three, the question that follows is, are you as ready for love as you think you are? While most people would answer the question in the affirmative, it might be surprising to find out many are not. In my novel Urban Saint, the narrative reads that when life became challenging for the protagonist in the story, one partner began to question the marital commitment with this complaint, and I quote, "I wasn't really ready for marriage," Victoria was heard to say at times. "I feel like Dorothy in a storm whipped off my feet," unquote. For that reason, the fullness of love was lacking. And for whatever it lacked, the question remained as to how the vacuum could be filled. And perhaps the only way to fill the void is with a special kind of love, the love of a soulmate. It is apparent that a soulmate relationship embodies the fullness of philia, eros, and agape. Psychologist Avery Neal, in an article on Busty.com, explains about soulmates, and I quote, there's a natural, almost instinctual alignment with each other, whereas other relationships may feel like a struggle, almost as if you're swimming upstream. With your soulmate, things tend to flow effortlessly between the two of you. It is not that there is never conflict or disconnection, but even during these times, there is never a doubt of love between the two of you, and both of you work to restore closeness again. So the next question is, how do you land a soulmate? How do you find your soulmate? I offer two suggestions. One, know yourself and don't be afraid to be yourself. If you put on masks and you are playing up to peer pressure, you could miss your chance to be recognized, as well as to recognize that special one who is your soulmate. If you are afraid of being yourself, the mask you're wearing will constantly confuse others, and eventually you yourself will become confused about what you want and where to find it. If you're not being yourself at that critical time when your soulmate appears, you will miss that ship when it comes in and have to spend a lifetime chasing after the wind. Many of us miss out because we are living other people's lives, not ours. If you're looking for a soulmate, you must be transparent about the soulmate you yourself already are, so that you may attract your counterpart who is like-minded and compatible with you. So, know yourself and don't be afraid to be yourself. Number 2, know how to cherish your soulmate. You can have the best thing in your life and not know how to take care of it. Once you've found him or her, make it a habit to nurture the relationship in ways that makes it better. Everything that has life is expected to grow to greater and greater maturity. Your soulmate is in your life for mutual growth. Know that stagnation leads to boredom, and boredom leads to a need for escape. And escape leads to unwanted perils you'll regret the rest of your life. In terms of spiritual love, sacred writings give advice in these words. 3 things will last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. Are you ready again, I ask, to love? This is Missing Links. This platform is created to give you helpful information and to feature my books on the topics. If you find the video helpful, please share it with your friends and visit my Amazon Kindle library for free books on certain days, discount books as low as $1.99. This book, you can find the novel Urban Saint in my Kindle library at any time. So thank you for joining me. Remember, if the world today gets to be a little too much for you to handle, just regroup your perspective for the world tomorrow. Tomorrow is always fresh. Again, thank you for joining me. Until next time, peace.